speaking of family, you married right after you graduated from the academy, the day after.
The day after, 30 hours.
30 hours after. And then you had 3 children while you were in the military.
Yeah.
What's the juggling of being a husband, a father, a chaplain? What would you advise a chaplain who is married with children? How do they maintain a healthy relationship at home? They may be doing phenomenal job in the Corps, but not neglect home.
Yeah, well, that's so important, and it's, you know, I think, I don't know, I just, by the grace of God, there was Ann, and but we decided together that we would go everywhere together. If it was, so for a year, well, when I transitioned from fixed wing airplanes to helicopters, we moved 3 times that year and so we're dragging these little babies around, but we wanted to be together. She didn't stay home while I went to learn how to fly helicopters. We were at Fort Rucker together, and for 3 months, and then we moved to Hill Air Force Base for 3 months. But we decided we're going to do this together as much as we can. And then those remote tours did come. I mean, I went to Vietnam for a year, and she had 2 little babies. And I mean, the second one we didn't know was present until I was already over there, and she was born when I was in Vietnam, our daughter. And so again, and we don't regret that it was hard to move everybody, but we wanted to be together because that was, and it was hard on her, much harder on her, because I was flying an airplane and she was staying home watching the babies in a new town, you know. But so she did that, and so forth. And she had this tremendous ministry as the pastor's wife, because all those A-10 pilots at Myrtle Beach whose husbands just left them with their little kids. So, and by that time we had, our daughter was a senior in high school, and our youngest son, Luke, was a little elementary kid. So Ann had to take care of those 2 little ones while I'm in Desert Storm, and so it happens. So she could say, we can make it. She was had a credible ministry herself to say to the wives and the mothers, let's do this together. We can, you know, this is important. And they were helping to make the military stronger and better, because you know, there were times when it was just extremely difficult, and because we were apart. And we didn't have cell phones or the internet back in those days. So, but even, you know, I would say, even now with the cell phones and internet, that may make it even harder, because you can't just decide you got to do this separately. Now you're still involved while you're trying to do your job in the desert. So it's mixed. Good and bad to be connected. But I'm so thankful that Ann was my wife, is my wife, and we have gone through this together. And now we are enjoying Charleston
together.
Yes, shrimp and grits where it's at here in Charleston, and we. Our goal is to eat in every restaurant in Charleston before we die, and we're doing our best to make that happen. Yeah.
Wonderful, sir.